Oh, you slugged us and proxy us because we flash saved. Over aggressively flash saved. There was 2 or 3 people instead of one person on the gen. Like one person going for a flashlight save, but like 2 or 3 going for it. Like that was a little bit aggressive. So yeah, I slugged and took care of the flashlights, or tried to. You guys were kind of being a little bit of a bully squad, and I acted in return. Like, okay. So what you just saw there was a little bit of an interaction that I had with Swift that came into my Twitch after a match that we had together, who was a little bit salty that I counterplayed their 2 flashlights, sabotage toolbox, and the flashbang on the solo queue survivor that came into the match as well. I did end up turning around and slugging them and kind of proxy camping the area looking for the other flashlighters because I had almost no option, and I'm going to show you my side of the gameplay so you guys can kind of understand why I had to switch mid-match into kind of a slugfest. It's because instead of having 2 or 3 people on gens, they had 2 or 3 people putting pressure on the chase at all times and the killer at all times. And this gameplay will kind of show you that. And I'm going to run this through with you guys to give you my train of thought and show you what I did. I completely got outplayed. I played like ass. I will admit that. First match of Blight for the last couple of days, just trying to get in and do my tome challenges. So I'm running a compound 33 to break pallets. Rusty, first game of the day as well. Like, I got outplayed every step of the way. These guys were some really great survivors and players. They just kind of had an upset, salty attitude because I did the only counterplay I could think of at the time. So when I start into a game, I usually 180 and go to the furthest generator back, which is what I do here. Run into the wall, apparently. Your game crashed? So I come find this David, and for some reason I mistake him as Build in Darkness, but whatever. Give the David a smack, tell him to go find a pallet because I want to break a pallet.
Bill, go to a pallet.
Still confused.
Go to a pallet for me, Bill.
At this point, David's losing me. I'm misplaying everything, not reading the room correctly. He has a lot of distance right here. At this point, I figure maybe the David will go heal up with Kate, Yui, Leon, something, or go get on a generator and get away from my aura and make him go try to find somebody else. But instead, the David is just kind of sitting here in a loop. You'll see him right here in this loop. He's a little bit off to the right of my cursor, right off that, waiting for me to put pressure on him, which, yes, a distraction technique when one survivor is distracting the killer, as long as they're good at looping, is valid. I get 100%, and he's outplaying the hell out of me. Missed my predictions, missed my swings, tried to play mind games around the truck. I'm getting overplayed 100%. I'm going to get frustrated here in a second because I'm going to get caught in a lethal rush loop in that little area because I suck at Blight. And I still get the hit, but at that point, David had enough time and space to try to get the hell away.
Oh, that's David.
I go for the save. You gets the flashlight. I respect it. Okay.
Oh, God. We got flashlight.
I decided to go start pressuring the Yui a little bit because she's right there. I can see her in care, and I gave the David a little bit of pressure. I'm speeding this part up because the Yui is a god at looping. I try to give her the flashlight blind. She doesn't hit it correctly. She runs me across map for a good minute and a half, 2 minutes. I'll give her that. And you'd think that David would be resetting with Kate or Leon or on a gen or something, but no, David and Kate are following shortly behind or being in the proxy of the area that the chase is going to try to prevent my first hook, which I get it. It's a valid strategy. And I'll show you why I know this here in a second. So the Yui loses me in this whatever this is. I think it's Shaq for a second, and then right here you see the David behind the truck crouching right here. And so that's how I know that David's right here putting pressure on the chase, getting ready to flashlight save. And then right here you'll see David get a full heal, Kate get a broken state, and the obsession. So she uses a perk to full heal David quick as hell. So that's how I know she's also putting pressure on the chase, which is, it's a bit aggressive in my opinion, but okay, you guys do you. I come around the corner after I miss these slams. Like I said, I'm playing like ass. I got outplayed 100%. I see the David trying to heal the Yui, so I give him a smack. I decided to put pressure back on the David because I just got him putting pressure on the Yui for a bit.
Good dead hard.
He does the dead hard, I respect it. Turn around and go for the Yui because I can hear her. She's loud as hell. Give her the down. I pick her up. Now, I don't know why I don't go for the closest hook that I see right here. I go for this hook for some reason. Maybe it's because mentally I think, oh, the survivor's over this way. And I don't recognize the sabotage toolbox until it's already being used. So I give Kate her smack. I look around, kind of peek around and see if David's around. He's not until right here. He was behind the tires. Didn't expect it. That's on me.
I am facing a bully squad.
This is where I realized it's probably a bully squad with how much pressure they're putting on the killer instead of on gens, because Leon is doing gens and they're tap touching gens while two people are in sight of the chase. I see the David. I go to go get him. I give him his good old little slug. I start playing the slug game because it's the only way I know how to play against 2 flashlights, a flashbang, and a sabotage toolbox. The random Leon comes in to start helping with this, and so now we have all 4 people putting pressure on the killer. I miss all my predictions on the Leon. Leon's a pretty good player too. Looking around to see if I can find David or anything. I see the Leon, so I go after the Leon. Give him a slug because flashbang can't go pick up the Yui in front of him. I decided to try to go put pressure back on David and Kate, but Kate was over on Yui, which was a misplay on my part. So I go put more pressure on the Yui. She gives me a little flashlight click saying, yeah, chase me. So she's wanting to chase. I get her at the window vault because she didn't get the fast vault in. I see the David on the Leon, so I go take the hit on him. He dead hards it, so I respect it. I try to go put more pressure on, I think the Kate's around here, so I'm looking for her. I thought she went this way or something, so I got lost. Come back this way. I believe she looped me around a tree and I just misjudged where she went because she's right here. So everyone's in the area pressuring me. I think the Leon's bouncing between generators and helping the pressure. I down the Kate. I look around because I know that they're playing like this and Yui's around because I can hear her cry. She's a loud character. She does the dead hard. I fall for it. And I miss the swing entirely. I turn around and see the David after I down the Yui. So I try to push him off because if I play the game normally, he's going to get the flashlight save. He gets the pallet stun, he starts running off a little bit, so I turn around and pick up the Kate. At this point in the match, we are 7 minutes in without me on first hook, and there's 3 gens finished. I am fumbling everything. They have all the pressure on their side, so I'm trying to do everything I can to put pressure on my side. I'm playing like ass, 100%. I look around for the Yui. I didn't see them off in the corner. So the Yui gets up from the David. Just kind of looking around. I know they're all here. I'm not sure where they're all at. I see the Yui somewhere over here, so I try to go harass her a little bit with the rush and miss my prediction. I know that the Kate got off the hook, so I'm trying to put pressure on Yui right now. See where she went, so I just go back to the general area of where we're having
just
our
do the gens, please.
Brawl.
I just want to get out of here.
I find the Yui and David. I down the Yui. I turn around because Kate and David are right there. Well, I don't turn around. I go after Kate, I guess. Down her as well. I turn around because I know David's going to be on the Yui. She's in the pallet, so I can't pick her up. He has a flashlight. I can't pick her up. So I go harass the David a little bit because he's going to save her either way. At this point, I realize, rewatching the video, I could have picked the Kate up and put her on a hook probably again and put more pressure that way, but I was a little tilted, I'm not going to lie. I didn't know how to counteract this very well. This is my first time interacting with a squad that has 2 flashlights, a sabotage toolbox, and a flashbang. So I'm just misplaying everything. Give David his smack. Miss my lethal rush. Trying to pressure the David because I don't like the flashlights right now. At this point, you're going to hear me get upset.
What the fuck?
And that's because of DBD's spaghetti coating and not because of them. I lethal rushed into that water heater trying to get the slam, not to get stuck on it like that. Completely missed all my slams over here. I'm tilted. I'm not gonna lie. These guys played wonderfully well. Tilted the hell out of me. Get the UV down again, because I don't know. She's bad out. She's bad in the open, but she's great on loops. I'm not sure. Dave gets his flashlight save. Tried to play the game normally. He gets a flashlight save, so whatever. Gonna go back to trying to slug the flashlights and the sabotage. Yui gets the dead hard. I get her at the window. So I pick her up against the wall, and this is about 10 minutes into the match. I get my second hook. I have no pressure. I have no pressure. David and Kate could be resetting and getting more pressure that way. I know the Leon someone's around here because they all have perks to get people distracted. I miss the hit on the Leon and I get Yui, which it's a misplay on my part. And you'll see the Leon drop his flashbang trying to distract me. I play a lot of custom matches with my friends, and they try to harass the hell out of me with flashbangs, both as survivor and killer. So, like, I instantly recognize the sound. Kate tries to get the body block. She and Yui kind of collided their hitboxes. Honestly, it's lucky that I got the hit on Yui instead of Kate, but whatever. I can't pick up the Yui because Kate and David are both right here ready to prevent my hook on her, which they're valid strategies. I'll give them that. Go to pick up the Yui, David from the right. Try to play the game normally. They keep flashing me, so I can only resort to slugging and proxy camping to try to put pressure on them. And even then, they have 4 generators done at this point. I believe it's 4 at this point. So I go harass the David a little bit. Give him a smack. He dead hards it. I respect it. This is a spot where everyone should have been healing up while David takes the attention. He's really good at looping me, but Yui comes over to grab my attention, so I down her again, chase the David off a little bit, pick Yui up. I go for the sabotage, and the Kate is right there for the unhook, so that means she was in the area trying to pressure the chase and try to pressure the gen a little bit as well. So I flip around, I was like, oh, basement. And I don't recognize that that was the door. I thought it was the window, so I go to this side. I give the swing on David. I'm tilted. I'm following David. He drops the pallet. I dodge it. Yui slips out, which is fine. I get it. She gets the flash. I break the pallet. Outplayed all to hell right here, 100%. I go after the Yui again. Miss my lethal rush. I'm being bullied right now, and I'm not having that much fun.
They have adrenaline. 2 of them
Oh,
do.
adrenaline.
And so
Of
Yui's heading to
course.
the other door, and I feel like she's trying to pull me away from everyone else because she's really good at looping me in loops. So is the David. So I make the decision to go to the other door and press my luck to try to find the key. Which I do. I miss my lethal rush. And this is where they start crumbling because their altruistic actions made it so they were trying to get everybody out instead of just accepting the 1 kill.
Oh my gosh.
Go to pick up the Kate. David pops around the corner with the flashlight safe. Yeah,
That's a David.
it's how it happens. So go after the David. I bait out the dead hard, give him a smack. Kate's right there, so I go after the Kate, give her a smack. And then I finally accept that I'm probably only going to have 1 kill. I thought I was going to get 0 until this point. Yui tries to get the save, misses her angle. I get confused, check the locker. The scratch marks confused me for a second. Check the door, I see scratch marks, I'm not sure what's going on. I don't know why I don't see the Yui right here, but I hear her, so I flip around immediately. Give her a little down. Go throw her in the basement. I'm trying to hit the Kate on the stairs, but the David's pretty good. He body blocks it with his endurance from the hook. Misses his flashlight save. I get the Yui on the hook. I gotta go check the door again. David's bending his endurance hook. I pick him off again, grab him for the hook. This is only his 2nd hook. At this point, I've gotten maybe 5 hooks this game. Maybe. This being the 5th. Kate and Yui right here, so I try to avoid the Yui because I know she has endurance. I see the Kate behind the wall, I turn around. Yui already gets the unhook. So I go after the Kate. And I'm like, David and Yui are going to come right back down because that's how they've been playing. So I get David. And then I turn around and I get Yui at the door. Because they were so altruistic, they handed me the 3 kill instead of just taking
come
the
back
loss
here,
of
Yui.
1 person. And I get
You're not
it.
getting out.
You're gonna play how you're gonna
Swear
play.
to God, if I get
but
decisive strike
the
at
only
this point.
strategy I thought in my mind that was going to help me put pressure and secure some kind of win for me was to slug and proxy camp the area when I was trying to download the
Oh my God.
pickup prevention techniques that you guys had. Here in a little bit, they'll be coming into my chat. Right after this clip, you'll see me talking to my chat and kind of giving them props, not necessarily outright, but my chat goes.
I thought I was gonna get no
how many
kills,
kills is that? I was like,
'cause
oh,
it
that
was
was
a bully
3.
squad.
I thought I was gonna get
That's
none.
for sure.
And then she goes, well, that's what they get. That's what they deserve because they were a bully squad. And I was like, it was a really rough match. And I was meaning that in the way of they gave me a lot of pressure. They were really good players. And I kind of continue that into the after game chat when they get into my Twitch.
That's what they get. God, that was a rough match for sure.
That was a rough match
I
for
want
sure.
agitation. I want agitation on my blight.
I spent a little bit of time in the blood web. I cut to
Being
the
able to hook
point where they get
survivors
into the
faster
chat.
sounds so beneficial.
Totally use slug this and proxy this because we flash saved. Over aggressively flash saved. There was 2 or 3 people instead of 1 person on the gen. Like
one person going for a flashlight save, but like 2 or 3 going for it, like that was a little bit aggressive. So yeah, I slugged and took care of the flashlights, or tried to. You guys were kind of being a little bit of a bully squad, and I acted in return. Like, okay. Two people on gens, 2 people were running. No, there was at least 3 people in that little circle of what the hell. There was the David, the Yui, and the Kate. Maybe the Kate was on a gen right next to the thing, so she can come out and flashlight save us to get the pickup or go after a David. But
I'm a little bit tilted.
you still kind of got super aggressive with 2 or 3 people trying to bully the killer.
Still trying to give positive, positive.
Yeah, I
talk.
slugged. It's a valid strategy, especially
what I
against
did.
2 or 3 flashlights. Yeah, you guys have completely played right by flashing. The slug and the proxy was a complete counter fucking
Can't
technique.
think straight right now. I'm trying to keep it positive because I'm tilted, but at the same time, I'm not toxic like that.
So you were scared because we were saving each other? No, I'm not scared. I was just saying what I did was to counteract what you guys were doing. If you guys would have put one person on the hook, let me run around to the gens and try to find other people, you could have got the gens done faster. You could have got the person off the hook and healed the person on the hook. But you didn't. You had 2 or 3 people coming for flashlight saves and body blocks. So it ended up being the way it was. And even then, you guys almost got out. Your altruism at the end there messed up, and so instead of getting me to only have a 1 kill, you took a 1 kill and turned it into a 3 kill.
So I said what I said about taking the 1 hook at the beginning of the match because both the David and the Yui were really good at looping. If the David held me on a loop and eventually got down and took 1 hook, the Kate, the Leon, and the Yui could have been on 3 separate generators and popped 3 relatively quickly. And then the Yui could have took the attention, looped me hard as hell, and everybody else could have got 2 more generators, rushed the hell out of me, had the exit gates open, and got the match done in like 7 minutes total. But they were overly aggressive with pressuring the killer.
You guys had way too much altruism for each other. And so you guys trying to save the 1 person I had in the basement over and over again made it to the point where I just ended up slugging you all at the end and taking a 3 kill. Don't get me wrong, your guys' plays were valid. I wasn't mad. I felt like I was getting a little bit bullied, but I still had a fun time.
Trying to keep it positive.
If you didn't proxy and played right, then we would have had to got out. The strategy of proxy and going after people that are running around you with flashlights is to proxy camp and chase the people with the flashlights. Because every time I'd go back to the survivor that was down and try to pick him up, 2 people would come at me with flashlights. So like, what am I supposed to do? Let you guys flashlight bully me every time I down somebody? No.
I will still stand by this. I messed up how I said it a lot. I meant the strategy against the flashlight, sabotage toolbox, and flash bang setup that was going on against me with how aggressive they were is to avoid picking people up until you know it's safe to pick them up. So yeah, it's a little bit sucky, and it's a little bit, wrong against, I guess, the Survivor handbook. But at the same time, there's nothing else I can do. It's either that or I down somebody and get bullied, and then down somebody and then get bullied. Like, I don't know exactly how I'm supposed to counterplay that very well. Because as you saw in the video footage, every time I tried to counterplay it, I got messed up.
You guys were using a Sabo strategy and a flashlight strategy. What am I supposed to do? Kate was ready with the Sabo. David was ready with the flashlight. Yui was ready with the flashlight. So you're going to tell me that there wasn't 3 people in the area to try to stop a down? You guys had a bully strategy. So, I made this video to not send these people hate, to not trash on them. They were wonderful players. They were whooping my ass left and right in the game. I made this video to kind of show them my point of view and to show them like my thought process after game, kind of with a footage reel to show you where I was thinking, what I was thinking. They left my chat shortly after this, so I couldn't discuss this more with them. I'm not trying to send them hate. I'm not trying to shit on them. I'm just I wanted to point out my point of view and also the fact that their altruism is what cost them the 3 kill instead of just taking the 1 kill loss. Yeah, I played a little bit dirty, but at the same time, they were also playing a little bit dirty at the same time, in my opinion. Otherwise than that, I hope you guys don't hate me for this. You guys played wonderfully well, and I admitted multiple times you outplayed the shit out of me. But I hope you guys have a good day.